Howdy do y'all, this is John and today we are talking about The Gorge, a new movie that came out about a month ago starring Anya Taylor-Joy and Miles Teller. And in The Gorge it deals with these two military operatives who are on two separate sides of this large chasm out in the middle of nowhere. And their job is to, prevent whatever the heck is in this chasm called the Gorge from getting out. However, the two spark this romance due to being alone and blah blah blah. Crap happens, and now we have a movie. Okay, so getting into it first and foremost, I'm going to talk about what I liked about the movie before I really get into my issues with this film, which are plentiful. And obviously, the idea isn't entirely that bad of an idea. Two operatives on opposing sides having to work together in order to prevent a greater threat from, escaping, that can work. However, I honestly see it more working with a 90-minute quickie than a 2-hour action thriller, which is what this is. It's a 2-hour action thriller. And when it comes to the overall execution, the best elements of the overall execution are with the suspense and the tension, not so much with everything else. This movie was directed by Scott Derrickson, who, if you guys don't know who he is, he has made some excellent films like The Exorcism of Emily Rose and The Black Phone. He also made the first Doctor Strange movie, which is a good film. He's someone who knows how to direct suspense and tension, and has shown it time and time again. Not all of his movies are perfect, but he knows what he's doing. And when it comes to that angle of his direction, it is inarguably, the best thing with the execution angle of this film. Everything else from, the long drawn out conversations, the romantic, sparklings, these things, are just poorly done. And that's kind of a shame. The visuals also range. There are some CG effects that, credit where credit's due, are not bad. They aren't. But then there are others that are just horrendous. There's this one particular moment where you can clearly tell, these people out on a balcony are in front of a green screen. That is just, embarrassingly bad. I also wish that there was a lot more originality in the film, because, this gorge, this chasm, and the whole concept of two people on opposing sides trying to work together to prevent whatever's in it from coming out, not a bad idea. The problem is that what they do with this typical cliche sci-fi movie stuff. It's not, an original concept. There's this one sort of throw-out, line of dialogue early on in the film that, when I heard of it, I immediately was wishing that, that was the direction they were going to go with this thing. However, it's not. It's typical sci-fi cliche movie stuff. Now let's talk about the two lead, stars, Miles Teller and Anya Taylor-Joy. Both of them are undeniably very talented actors. Heck, Anya Taylor-Joy, I adore her as an actress. I have a feeling they were both just in it for the paycheck. Both of them were phoning it in, and it didn't really, seem like they were putting that much of an effort into their performances. And that's very sad, because I know they're both very talented actors, but for whatever reason, their hearts were just not into this film. Same thing with Sigourney Weaver, and that sucks. Because she's a phenomenal actress. The last thing I want to touch about is, you know, the romance element of the film. Yeah, I don't buy it. The whole romance between these two characters felt more like something they did out of boredom than like those two actually having some kind of spark or whatever. I'm not kidding. There didn't really feel like there was an actual spark between these two. It just felt more like a duty that they made out of boredom, out of loneliness, because it's just these two, and they're on like opposite sides of this chasm, about 1,000 feet apart from each other. And let me tell you something, if you're Miles Teller and, you know, the only other person around you is Anya Taylor-Joy, hey, I don't blame him. That's all I'm saying. So guys, at the end of the day, The Gorge, it's kind of a standard cliche sci-fi action thriller. There's not that much going on. The movie should have been just a 90-minute quickie, you know, and it should have had a lot more originality in it. But unfortunately, they went with the, you know, sci-fi cliche route. And also, the film is overlong at just a little over 2 hours. The lead actors all seem like they were phoning it in, which is quite the shame because I know they're talented. And the romance, there's just no spark in that romance. I'll give credit where credit's due to, you know, the execution of the suspense thriller element of the film. However, everything else, it's not worth it. I'm going to give The Gorge a 3. First Apple TV Plus movie, not including their theatrical releases. Not that impressed. Oh well, there's bound to be something. Well, that's all the time I have for today. Please look forward to more videos real soon. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Please also subscribe if you're new to the channel. And as always, please remember,